Hi there, everyone. I am Lenz Beniskayovit, one of the accounts executive at Lemon. So for today's video, we are going to discuss valuation process, but this is part 1.1. So valuation process consists of 5 processes, but for today, we are going to focus on the understanding of the business. Understanding the business includes performing industry and competitive analysis of publicly available financial information and corporate disclosures. Understanding the business is very important as this give analysts and investors the idea about the following factors. First is the economic conditions, industry peculiarities, company strategy, and company's historical performance. The understanding phase enables analysts to come up with appropriate assumption which reasonably capture the business realities affecting the firm and its values. Frameworks which capture industry and competitive analysis already exist and are very useful for analysts. These frameworks are more than a template that should be filled out. Analysts should be use these frameworks to organize their thoughts about the industry and the competitive environment and how this relates to the performance of the firm they are valuing. The industry and competitive analysis should emphasize which factors affecting business will be most challenging and how should be factored in the valuation model. Industry structure refers to the inherent technical and economic characteristic of an industry and the trends that may affect this structure. Industry characteristics means that these are true to most, if not all, market players participating in that industry. Porter's 5 forces is the most common tool used to encapsulate industry structure. So let's start discussing the Porter's 5 forces. First is industry rivalry. So it refers to the nature and intensity of rivalry between market players in the industry. Rivalry is less intense if there is lower number of market players or competitors, which means higher potential for industrial profitability. This considers concentration of market players, degree of differentiation, switching cost, information, and government restraint. Next is new entrants. So it refers to the barriers to entry to industry by new market players. If there are relatively high entry costs, this means that there are fewer new entrants, thus lesser competition, which improves profitability potential. New entrants include entry cost, speed of adjustment, economies of scale, reputation, switching cost, sunk cost, and government restraints. Next is substitutes and complements. This refers to the relationships between interrelated products and services in the industry. Availability of substitute products or complementary products affects industry profitability. These consider prices of substitute products or services, complement products or services, and government limitations. Next is supplier power. So the supplier power refers to how suppliers can negotiate better terms in their favor. When there are strong supplier power, this tends to industry profit lowers. Strong supplier power exists if there are few suppliers that can supply a specific put. Supplier power also considers suppliers' concentrations, prices of alternative inputs, relationship specific investments, supplier switching cost, and also governmental regulations. Last is buyer power. So what does buyer power means? It pertains to how customers can negotiate better terms in their favor for products or services they purchase. Typically, if the buying power is low, then if customers are fragment and concentration is low, this means that market players are not dependent to few customers to survive. Low buyer power tends to improve industry profits since buyers cannot significantly negotiate to lower price of the product. Other factors considered in buyer power include buyer concentration, value of substitute products that buyers can purchase, customer switching cost, and government restraints. That would be all for to now. Sorry, now. Thank you for listening.